Hello beautiful ones, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you have had a lovely week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Leisha and I have been documenting my personal leveling up journey. I have been working on becoming more elegant, more feminine, and more affluent. I upload typically every Sunday, so if you would like to follow along, please subscribe and join me. In today's video, I wanted to share with you some ways that I have worked to make elegance a bit more effortless in my life. Maybe you're like me, or maybe you're not, but I found in the beginning that making sure that I stuck to my new routines and taking care of myself and things like that, where I was working on being more elegant and feminine, was actually kind of challenging coming from someone who never really put a lot of effort into her appearance unless it was a big event or there was something important, like an important meeting at work going on that day. Sort of date night, but most of the time I would say very casual and didn't really put a lot of thought into the way that I looked. I just sort of walked out of the house every day. And so I had to get out of that sort of lazy mentality and realize that it was worth it to put some effort into myself. But that can be a little bit of a challenge if you're like me and also have a very full schedule and a lot on your plate. Perhaps you are working on taking care of your home, you are a career woman, maybe you have just a lot going on with your family, and it feels like you never really have time for yourself to feel very elegant. So I want to share some of the things that I've done over the past year that have helped me to stay more in the routine and in the vibe of femininity and elegance. The first few tips I wanted to share with you that have worked really well for me revolve around beauty. So beauty is a part of my daily routine now to some extent every single day. I'm gonna admit I don't always have a full entire face of camera makeup on, but I do have some makeup on to some extent almost every single day. The only time that I really lay off the makeup is if my skin is acting up. So unfortunately I do deal with acne, but I would also mention that it's important to have a very good but quick and efficient skincare routine for yourself. So that way you're not having to spend as much time hopefully on your makeup look every day and you're not having to cake makeup on. I find that I have gotten a really quick, basically 5 to 10 minute face down depending on what my day looks like, that looks great but is not too over the top or anything like that. So I can walk out of the house and feel very confident and elegant and ready to go. So find some really great products that you can use in a variety of ways and work on maybe spending a little bit of extra time on the weekend figuring out and getting down your beauty routine. So first of all, make sure you have your quick skincare routine, but make sure it's effective. Make sure you're taking care of any blemishes or things like that. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. That helps a lot with skin. And also make sure you've got a really quick beauty routine for your makeup. When it comes to hair, some of you may have shorter hair and not have quite the thick curly hair that I do and have to deal with this, but that was where I really needed to make some improvements if I wanted to have more of a polished style on the daily. So what that looked like was I actually stopped washing my hair every single day. I only wash it 3 times a week maybe now. And I got a few tools. I invested in a Dyson Airwrap and also invested in a keratin treatment. So that helped me to really slim down the amount of time that I spend styling my hair. First of all, those 3 days a week, but also every single day. So I can actually spend one day of really putting effort into this hairstyle that you see here. But over the 3 days that I have in between washes, it sort of relaxes a bit, but I can also pull it back into a low bun one day if I need to, or I can just run the brush through really quick with some heat and smooth it out a bit. It's very quick and it really works for me. Find something as far as your hairstyle goes that really works for you and saves you time and still gives you, again, that elegant and feminine feeling every day. Now, continuing along with making elegance effortless in your personal image, I'll also mention a few things that I did when it came to my style transformation. So right off the bat, I invested in some separates, a few dresses. If you'll remember that I had some dresses that I would wear for date nights that I first got in that one style haul. But I really have now focused more on making sure that I have some nice quality separates that mix and match in a classic feminine style. So I really do like to have the classic style because you really can't go wrong with it, and it's really easy to find, again, quality and elegant looking pieces. I have a bit of a career edge to my style, I think, where I will wear some blazers or some trousers because I am a working woman, but I also have enjoyed adding a few more dresses that are a bit more feminine so that I can wear those on the weekend. I also have created a go-to look for the gym that I feel confident in, and I have some pieces that I mix and match there. So it's really about not necessarily going out and buying the most high-end items and the most trendy items, but having those classics that you can wear as staples and that you can mix and match so that it's really easy to grab something, put it on, and look put together and feel great. That's where you're going to save some time, and again, you're making it more effortless for you to look and feel elegant every day. One more note about wardrobe. So you'll want to also have some go-to items that are your loungewear, or I call them house dresses, that I typically wear when I'm just kind of hanging around the house on the weekends or in the evenings and not going out, not expecting company or anything, but I still want to feel like a woman and look really nice. So those are more simpler types of pieces, like just a really nice silk robe, or maybe having a dress that is a really simple but basic colored maxi dress that you can wear around during the summer. So think about some of the ways that you can get creative with having some elegant house dresses or loungewear, if you will, but I do like to keep some dresses on my rotation for some evening lounging. This next thing that I worked on and would recommend for making elegance effortless, you might not really have thought of, or maybe you have, but I thought that it was really important to surround myself with elegant inspiration throughout my home environment because that's where I spend the most of my time right now. In my home, I added some things like some nice candles that I would light as a ritual before I did my journal time in the mornings or before I sit down and read a book. I also really like some nice coffee table books. Maybe you do grab one of those larger Louis Vuitton, just coffee table books that have the beautiful pictures and it's inspiring, or you find something that has really pretty interior decorations to look at and just pick it up every once in a while. Set it out on your table so that you can see it. You can also add fresh flowers to your home, and it's very cost effective to do that. I think having fresh flowers on my table is something that makes me feel very much like a woman and like my home is a little bit more cozy and fresh. I think we often underestimate what our environments look and feel like and how much of an effect it can have on our mood and on our overall feminine vibe as a whole. So I really encourage you to take a look around, even if you live in a small, dark apartment like I used to, and think about some things that you could add that are really cost effective. You don't have to go break the bank for anything, but think about some nice little things you can add. Maybe just start with that vase of flowers on the table. This last point I will make is a little bit harder than I had realized, but I think that it's been for the best that I have set a boundary around this. And really, to make elegance more effortless in your life, you have to prioritize how you spend your time, especially again if you're like me and you have a full schedule and you're trying to alter your personal routines and put some more time into learning new things, which I think all of us ladies should be doing, reading books and things like that. You've got to prioritize your time and use a planner to plan out your day. Perhaps that can really help you to make these changes and this transformation feel a little bit more effortless, because there are a lot of challenges. If you can get how you spend your time down to a much more manageable process every single day, that's going to help you a lot. So you might have to put down the phone and make sure that you don't spend all of your hours and all of your free moments on social media. That's something that I have strict boundaries around now because it was taking up so much of my time. you're going to really see how much more time you do have in your day and how much more effortless it's going to feel to make your elegant transformation a success. I don't recommend multitasking if you're working, but I also do like to listen to a podcast or an audiobook while I'm getting my workout in for the day, or while I am driving if I have to go somewhere for a little bit further drive. That's a really nice way to use your time wisely and prioritize yourself, and making sure that you have the capacity to do all the things that you want to do. And I'm going to wrap it up there. There are probably some other tips, but those are my top ones that I made to really kickstart my transformation into becoming a more elegant and feminine woman. So I hope that you find those helpful or interesting. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Have you put some of these in place in your life? Are you working on making elegance more effortless? Are you still feeling like it is a challenge to make progress in your transformation? Let me know. I always love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a lovely week. I will see you in the next video. Bye.